maybe stapled together. 104 and maybe
well,
the second page of 104 maybe 105. I think.
Oh, it is. That's right.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, Your Honor. Maybe that's what happens or to her. So 104, 105 somehow mistakenly stapled together.
All right, got it. Go ahead.
Okay. So on 105, this is the email from Mr. Mitchell, and he's the city inspector. So I asked him, that she complained that there has been smell and hazardous gas chemical from the plumbing pipes near the balcony, which was determined to be detrimental to her health. I have asked and analyzed the fact and also looked other people there for their assessment before I fixed the plumbing there. The broken or fractured pipe was connected to bathtub, not toilet or anything of the nature. There was zero smell and hazardous gas coming out of it. Can you please give me your assessment to me? That's my question. So he replied, I did not smell anything during my inspection. And he said, I do not believe that anyone is scheduled for a final inspection of the repairs. So that's the other thing. But he basically mentioned, I did not smell anything during my inspection. So this is number 2 item. And exhibit number 106B.
(106B)?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 106B, page number 2. So this was the letter from Mr. Samples, who was the electrical inspector. Right. Okay. Mr. Mitchell is the city inspector. So he said to me on my request, I had been asked to issue a letter approving electrical work done in apartment number 6. I have gone back over the letter that was issued April 12th. I was asked to join Mr. Bob Mitchell for an inspection of the property with the goal of determining whether the conditions warranted disconnecting utility power. So basically, if the concern was basically something that needed the disconnecting utility power, as I explained in the letter, I found no violations that were severe enough to have me conclude there was an imminent threat to life or property, the standard to which I am held. The property has been under scrutiny by Clatsop County Building Code for several years, but I do not really recall any specific concerns in unit number 6. Clatsop County has no particular concern over the electrical issue in unit number 6. That's the last line. Mm-hmm. And the next page, ma'am, another person who is appointed by the same inspector department, he said that our initial contact with the property was to ascertain if the current electrical system constituted any imminent safety hazard. During the very limited site visitation, the inspector did not witness electrical failures rising to the level of an imminent safety hazard. The Clatsop County Building Codes will not provide you with any further assurance regarding the current status of the condition of the electrical system or the use therefore. That ends this one. So, I want to take a look at exhibit number 107.
Okay. And
107 exhibit, this was the original inspection report. And in the original inspection report, if you look at the inspection report given to me by Mr. Samples, the electrical inspector, I found the following code violations: missing KO seal in unit number 6, improper installation of receptacles and faceplates in unit number 6, overloaded outlets in unit number 6. Now, items number 2 and item number 2 do not rise to the level of an imminent threat. Item number 3, which is overloaded outlets in unit number 6, is related to the tenant, Miss Ang, using extension cords and splitters. She was advised that this is the cause of breakers tripping. So the claim that she's saying that the breakers are tripping several times, this was caused by her overloading the one outlet several times. So, I think I also have another evidence from a citizen who actually I videotaped. So if you want me to show the video, I can show the video. And I asked him to be on the spot regarding the smell and the odors or any hazards coming out of the plumbing system. And I asked him, and he basically, was there. He also took his ladder up and he testified that I don't smell anything. So if there is any smell issue, and I have further evidence that shows that not only them saying, but also have another person says that they did not hear any, smell any odors or anything during that.
You have a video testimony?
Yes.
And how is it? Do you have it on a disc?
I have it in a zip drive. Yeah, I can play it here.
Is that something that we can? Yeah, we'd have to have our maybe during a break we can see
sure.
if our.
I mean, this is something I have as a further evidence. Okay. So if you need, I can definitely do that. So I have addressed.
Have you marked it yet as any? Have you given it a number?
I don't know how to give it number.
So we could call it 126.
Yeah,
and that'll be the zip drive.
Yeah.
And then during a break, we'll see if we can get it to run.
Okay. So regarding the electrical violations, I have addressed. Regarding the plumbing violation, I have addressed. And I also want to show you exhibit number 124. 124 is the pictures of the plumbing fix that I made.
134.
124.
24. And that might be attached to another exhibit? Or is that the one that you submitted?
Pictures. It's some pictures.
Okay, so I have it on my computer. Did you also have a paper copy in here?
Should be.
No, that's okay. I can see it on the computer, but I don't see, unless you didn't mark it.
124.
I have 123 and 125. So,
okay.
Just want to make sure. Oh, here it is. Okay, it was just out of order. All right, I do have it.
Okay, so 124 is the repair that I made. Definitely it is after she left. So this is the repair that I made for the plumbing. Mm-hmm. And this is the one that she complained about. And the repair has been done. Evans Plumbing did the repair. I want to make sure that...
So this is the after picture?
This is the after picture, right?
Okay. Because you would agree, Mr. Akbar, that there was a concern with the plumbing going
yes, there was a concern when she reported.
Okay.
And the concern was not really a plumbing in the sewer system, but it's basically a pipe break in the tap.
Right, that was going down to the neighbor
right. So it was not any issue at all, but because they reported to me and my job is to fix it, I wanted to show an evidence that I did my fix.
Okay. And when did this get fixed?
It was, I think, after 2 months later, because the plumbing company could not have a schedule, so they took time to come, and then and then they give a time, and then they fixed it. And because it was not like any kind of major or emergency issue, they did not want to come immediately. And the city inspector was completely fine. I have been working with the city inspector, Mr. Mitchell, throughout the whole time. And in another letter, he said that okay, it looks good, so he has no issue. Okay. Another thing, Your Honor, I also want to show you exhibit number 105.
Okay.
So exhibit number 125. I'm sorry, 125.
25.
125. Yeah, these are the pictures. So 125 shows that this is the picture that I posted before Miss Ang took my property, and this is my ad before she took my property. So and these are the pictures of the property. If you look at it,
so this was on Craigslist.
This was I posted in Craigslist too. Yeah. So these are the pictures. Based on these pictures, Miss Ang rented my property. And if you look at the pictures of the bathroom and pictures of the room, picture of the balcony, and bedroom. If you look at that, you can find that this was a very good condition when she moved in. And I will also ask you to go to